tell me if you can see the topic for today.
Yeah.
Okay. So today's topic is emotional intelligence. It's one of my favorite topics in the webinar. And I can tell you from my experience that when it was the first time I hear about it or I learn about it, it changed my whole life. Not only in the field of sports, with my athletes, with my peers, with my superiors too, my colleagues. No, it helped me in all aspects of my life, even with my family, my kids, my neighbors, with everyone. So it's an interesting topic that you will use it during your life. It's a life topic, not only a sports topic. So fasten your seats as usual, okay? And we will go through this journey. We will start with city. And first, let us see the statement you did yesterday. We will have a quick revision of what we have done yesterday too, okay? And then we start with this topic. Okay, ladies? Go ahead, City. Let's ask them about the previous day, okay? And then we move for the statement, and then we start with the topic.
Okay. Good afternoon, good morning, or maybe evening in
Good
your
morning.
case. Maybe. Hopefully, but I think we only have morning and afternoon. Hopefully there's no evening. Okay. Now, as yesterday topic, who still remember what is the topic? I mean, what is the content of yesterday's topic that we have? It is the why diversity and equity are important. Anybody can share with us who still remember? We are not going to point who, but you volunteering yourself to share with us. Anyone? Please, ladies, who still remember? In this webinar, we have more like
Huma.
surprises. Huma, okay, go
Yes,
ahead, Huma.
Uh, well, good morning, everyone. The topic yesterday we discussed is about how can we influence gender equity.
Mm-hmm.
Should I explain it more?
Yeah, sure. If you have more.
Yes, we give different ways. We discuss the different things that influence the gender equity, like how we can have seminars, how we can pay women, how we can have to take action plans, and what things are there like lack of confidence, and how we can tackle and manage all the things. How can use media, social media, to make it influence, and what are the different texts, different things that we can use for the growth of leadership, women leadership. And we discussed that we give the activity that what is the influence of women on your own organization. Like we discussed that as I discussed that there is no leadership at the position of chairman up till now, and but we are moving constantly, and we are moving gradually from down positions to up positions, that we have vice president uh, in our organization, but still we don't have, even we look at the history, we don't have any chairperson female on this position. So we discussed that what are the positions still we held in our organization, and on which level women are taking part in leaderships.
Okay, Huma, thank you.
Thank you, Huma.
Okay, I
Uh,
saw that Jennifer raised
Je-
her hand. Go ahead,
Hi,
Jennifer.
good afternoon. So yesterday, I wrote down some of the topic that we discussed yesterday, and I have here, we already define and recognize the difference first between the word equality and equity and the reasons for gender underrepresentation. Also, we have explained the importance of gender equity in the world of athletics. How can it influence change in our present role? Also, we already you presented also the strategy of the World Athletics, how these key principles are reform, and the Constitution mandates the gender equity. Also, the statistics of women in athletics member federation, the positions and roles in areas and member federation. We have also different activities on how to show importance of gender equity, the solution to the current situation, why women underrepresented in athletics and leadership, social categorization, quotas, and of course the own experiences under representation. And this one, the word that instill in my mind, don't be the barrier to your own success.
Who said this? You still remember?
I think
Beyonce. Beyonce.
Beyonce,
the singer.
Beyonce.
Beyonce is a singer. So you were cheating. Where are you, Jennifer? Yes, you were cheating, Jennifer. You open your book and you're reading what we had yesterday. Next time,
I reviewed it last night.
okay.
But
So
Together when we are
tomorrow,
working with the group one.
Soha, just to add that,
yes,
she even shared what she wrote in the group.
yeah.
And we had some discussion on that.
So tomorrow, when we ask you to, no, not tomorrow, next week, if we provoke this issue, okay, you don't have to open the book. You have to remember, okay? Don't use your notes there, okay? But thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah.
We
Thank you.
covered maybe most everything.
Yeah.
So thank you to refresh our memory, okay? So everyone can remember what we've done yesterday. I see that Nahed is waiting for us. Nahed, yes, tell me.
Go ahead.
Should I add something?
Huma, just a second. Just I want to check with
Okay.
Nahed what she has. She was waving to me, to us. Nahed, do you want to ask anything? Okay, unmute yourself, please, so we can hear you. We don't hear you. Great.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Now.
Okay. Hi,
Okay.
everybody. Yes,
Hi.
my name is. But unfortunately, I lost my parents in 1 month ago, father and mother, because I don't have a situation. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
But I attend in class. I very, very good in attending class. Very, very good webinar. Very, very good email. I think I explain is EQ in emotional intelligence. Yes.
Okay. Let's keep the emotional intelligence and in 10 minutes we will start with it. Nahed, I know you, right? And you know
Yes.
you have been
Yes.
in this webinar before. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm
Last
happy
day,
to have you.
not
Yes. Happy to have you with us again. Okay. And we will sure use your memory. What do you remember from the previous webinar? And you can exchange with the new participants here your experience. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
Welcome aboard. Okay, Nahed. So, Huma, please.
Yes, the very important line which influenced me a lot is by you from the last lecture, that go in the roots and you will change the fruit. So I kept this thing in my mind, and it is a very influencing sentence for me. So I remembered this from the last lecture. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Huma. So,
Soha, you're mute.
okay, we still have Yati's homework to present. You
Yeah.
still remember what I asked Yati to kindly do for us? Okay, Yati we were speaking about the role models, and I show you the slide where we had some women there as coaches and I think technical officials, and I asked Yati to share with us some of the role models in her place in Malaysia. So she sent me 2 slides maybe, or at least 3 slides regarding this issue. Yati, can you share it or you want me to share it?
I don't know how to share it. If you may help, please.
Okay. First thing, I would like you to really know how to share through Zoom because at the end of this webinar, you will have to share because you will have to put your slides there, your PowerPoints, when you're gonna take our role. We will be the participants and you will be the moderators. So you have to get to know how to use this Zoom tools. Okay?
Okay.
So for today, I will share, okay, and I will be glad, okay, if you have any question regarding this issue, I will be here to help you. So let me close the PowerPoint I already opened in the back, okay, just a second. Turn on my WhatsApp. Okay, go to Yati. Yati just send me any hi through WhatsApp, please.
So hard. So
Yes.
hard.
Yes, Yati.
Hi.
Anything, just to find the conversation. Yeah, okay. So the role model woman. Okay. Open file. Enable editing. Okay. So you will see now, just a second. Okay, again, to share. And this is Yati's work. Again. Okay, share. Why? Dock to button. Okay. Yeah. Well, just a second, okay? Stop sharing. And I have to minimize this one to the downloads. Role model on track. Okay.
Ladies, while Soha fixing the slide, I would like to ask you if you can turn on your camera, your video, so we can see you. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see my shared?
Yes.
Okay. So this PowerPoint, this slides were done by Mrs. Yati. Okay. So Yati, the floor is yours. The microphone is yours. You can present for us your role model. Go ahead.
Okay. The role model Malaysian woman on track. Second slide. So the first one is Datuk Zaitun Osman. She's a former Malaysian heptathlon champion in SEA Games and also Asian Game gold medalist in the years of 1980s. Zaitun was serving as a director at National Sports Council of Malaysia and retired as a registrar in Sports Ministry, currently actively being speaker and moderator in some of sports events. The second role model that we identified is G. Shanti Govindasamy, former Malaysian sprint athlete in 90s who won gold medal in SEA Games and also Asian Games. Shanti was attached with Malaysian Maybank and retired last post as a branch manager of the bank, currently giving inspirational talk and forum in Malaysia. Next slide. The third one we identified is Roslinda Samsu, former athlete, a Malaysian pole vaulter. Linda is 4-time defending champion at SEA Games and silver medalist at 2006 Asian Games in Doha, Qatar. Currently working as a teacher and coaching for pole vault. The fourth one, very strong candidate. She's from the corporate sector. Maheswari Kania, former Malaysian athlete in the early 80s. Mahes captained the Malaysian field hockey team and various international games and represented the country in athletics. Currently, Mahes is a board of director in Kenanga Investment Bank, handling group chief regulatory and compliance officer, Kenanga Investment Bank. The fifth one, next slide. Norsila Muhammad Khalid, former Malaysian athlete who specialized in 400-meter hurdle. Sheila won gold medal in SEA Games and silver medal in Asian Games, the same Asian Game that Roslinda won. She is also Olympian, currently lecturing in one of the university in Malaysia, actively coaching at her circle. And the last line is, once an athlete, always an athlete. Your journey doesn't end at the finish line. Together, let's bring the spirit, strength, and passion of women back into the athletic to inspire a new generation and create a powerful move of women's participation across Malaysia.
Thank you, Yati. Who just finished these words? Who did it? Who wrote it?
I.
Okay, nice. Nice statement, by the way. Okay, Yati. When you sent me the slides, I was really happy because if I can speak about the format, it was nice, the color was nice, and the topic was really clear. Okay, so you can identify what we are talking about. Here, I saw the how you manage the pictures and the writing, and it was clear and sharp because you spoke a little bit, but it was sufficient for us to understand. We are talking about this woman and what's important in this life. Okay, here too, and continue was nice. So I really like the PowerPoint you prepared, and I'm positively knowing that at the end of the webinar, your presentation will be as good as this one too.
Wow, that's
Okay?
high. Thank you.
No, really, because you're using the words and you are using the pictures to attract our interest, and we are interested to see who is this woman related to the words next to it. So thank you. You see, we have role models in our continent. Okay, so be proud of this woman. Okay, and think about being in their role too. Okay, to become role models for others. Okay, so before we go to thank you again, Yati. And before we go to today's topic, okay, I want to hear 3 statements. Okay, so I will ask group number 1 to share with us their statement. Do I have someone from group 1 of yesterday? Because today groups are changed. Okay, so who was in the group number 1 yesterday and has a statement?
Is Mia online? No.
Yati, what?
Is Mia online? Because she should
No.
be.
Yes,
She's
I'm
not.
online.
Miss Mia?
Yes.
Where are you, Miss Mia? Yes. Miss-
sure.
Yeah. She's here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm online.
Okay.
Yesterday we slogan for the equal stride, equal pride, and equal rights. Equal pay, equal play, equal pay, and then equal sale. Then
I
the next one.
couldn't hear you well.
You
Please,
didn't hear my voice clearly?
not well, not well.
Not well? Okay.
Okay. Equal
The
rights,
slogan, equal stride, equal
equal
stride,
right,
stride, equal pride,
equal price.
and the equal right. Right,
The third one is equal what?
equal rights.
So equal rights, equal
Equal rights.
price.
Equal stride, you mean the stride? The
Ah,
equal stride,
strides.
equal pride,
Right.
and then
Okay.
equal right,
Right. Nice.
equal right, and equal play. And equal play, equal pay, equal say for the
Equal
Equal
play,
say.
equal rights.
equal
right?
pay, equal
Yeah.
say.
Say. Nice.
And then equity is an
Play, pay, say.
yeah, play and say. Equity is an sprint, the short running. Is it a marathon?
It's what?
Is it not a sprint? Is it a marathon?
Marathon.
Is it not
Okay.
the short term? Is it for the long marathon? That means.
Okay. Nice. I like it. I like it. I like it, really. I
That's
like the
number
slogan
one
the most,
slogan.
okay?
But Maria, you want to fill up, or Yeti, they want to fill up.
No, it's okay. Uh,
You want to-
okay, so we will move to group number 2.
Who's
That's it, right?
share?
Hi,
Hi.
I'm from group number 2.
Okay, Jenny.
No, I am Dur Shehbaz.
Dor Shehwar.
Are
Yes.
you from
Finally,
number
she's
4?
speaking.
Okay.
Okay, Dur.
Okay, our slogan is men, women, not just human.
Okay.
This is our slogan, and it demands a shift from gender-based roles, labels to equal human rights. The rights men enjoy to speak, to lead, to given opportunities are not just men's rights, they are basic human rights. So women deserve the same, not because they are women, but because they are human. We are not against any men's right, but we are here for equal rights for women as well. So, athletics needs active change to ensure women are given fair access to leadership, recognition, and decision making. The change begins with changing mindset. Yes.
Good. Nice. I like it too. You're related to human, to being a human, not just it's a gender, it's a humanity after all. Great work too. Great work.
Good.
So,
Thank you.
we still have group number 3.
Who's in number 3?
Huma.
We are waiting for Laila.
We are waiting for Layla. And
Laila
where is Layla?
Yeah.
Layla's not here.
Yes,
So what to do?
Group 3 is
Laila is not in.
Aileen,
No, she's not in yet.
Yeah,
Should we wait for her?
Marlia.
Wait, didn't you write the statement too? Or she's
Yes,
she's the one who hacked
I
everything.
have to. But
You
she
have
wants to
it?
speak.
We can't wait if she's not
Yes, I have
what
it.
if she didn't join us? So
Okay,
please
let
share with
let me
us the
share.
statement.
Please give me 1 minute. I'm sharing. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Please wait for 1 minute.
Okay. So during this, and meanwhile she's preparing the statement, I want to tell you a secret. One of the reasons I gave you this homework isn't the statement only. I wanted to see how you will manage to come over obstacles because you didn't have your WhatsApp groups. Okay, you were all in one group. So I gave you the task to manage it, to take out the numbers, the phone numbers, and to bring in new WhatsApp groups. And I will let you, and I wanted to see how you will manage and work together. And this is what we say, teamwork. Okay, so behind the real,
Should I?
no, just a second, Huma. Behind
Okay,
the
okay.
what you thought it was a homework, I had a bigger issue, which is to see how you will manage to overcome obstacles, how you will manage to work as a team, and to come up with one conclusion, one decision. Okay, because I know when we have to discuss, maybe we have different ideas, different mindsets. So I wanted to see how you will bring only one decision or one statement. Okay, so you can imagine why I gave you this homework. Okay, Huma, now it's your turn to give us a third statement. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. We believe there must be active change to fix the gender imbalance in athletics. Women are
Huma,
still underrepresented in leadership, coaching, and
Huma.
decision making.
Yes,
Yes.
Huma. I would like to see your eyes. Okay, look you in
Turn
your
on your
eyes.
turn on
So
your
turn
camera.
on your camera.
Yeah.
Okay, again, please.
It is on my
Yes,
camera in
now. Yes. Now off.
actually I am reading from her message inbox. That's why maybe there is a problem in camera
Okay,
that I
okay,
am shifting from one app to another one.
okay,
So please give me 2 minutes.
okay.
To create real change, we need to give women fair chances, listen to their voices, and include them at all levels. Active change means creating policies that women support women, offering leadership training, and encouraging federations to include more women in key roles. Equity makes our sport stronger, more inclusive, and more successful. Thank you.
Welcome, Huma. Okay, nice.
Good.
Sharp and neat. But always remember, we have, so take care who is the we, okay? So is it our we, woman, or the society, or men, or the one in the leadership role now, okay? So great homework. Thank you for sharing with us. I know that one or two of you couldn't join the groups, so take care next time. Find a way. When there's a will, there's a way or 1,000 way. Okay? Okay. So Siti, let's move on now to our topic. Gender leadership in Jakarta.
Should I add? Should I add one thing?
Huma, do you have anything?
You have something to say, Huma?
Yes. You said, where there is a will, there is a way.
Yeah, and I added
So please,
1,000 way. If the first
yes.
way is not working, you have to switch to another way. Okay? So Siti, you can see my screen now?
No.
No. Okay. Going back. This one we close. Okay. And we go to this one. Can you see anything in my screen?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Not yet. So
Not yet?
not yet. It's still okay.
Yes, it's okay now.
Yeah, it's okay.
Ah,
Huh?
okay.
It's gone.
Okay.
It's gone again.
I was so fast. Okay. She said no, I turned off. So again, let me check. Okay, now.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, ladies, as Soha says, I hope everybody is already fasten your seatbelt as we move on to next interesting topic. It's challenge our mind. It will challenge our thoughts and also, but somehow we will try to minimize for you. Don't be stressed, just relax, sit back and watch, and maybe we can interact. We have an interaction all the way this webinar until the end. Okay, this is the emotional intelligence. Okay, now as we see this man, everybody knows him. He's Nelson Mandela, a man who fights against apartheid in South Africa. Okay, the quote is, sport has the power to change the world, the power to inspire, the power to unite people, and the power to speak to people in a language they can all understand. Okay, the main point is sport has the power to change the world. Because of sport, we are here. Because of sport, then we will spread the news from this webinar to other person, to other lady in your member federation, in your area, and even for the world. This is the power of sports. That's why we are here and unite here. All the ladies here, we talk about something else, but the key point is from the sports as well. It doesn't matter any sports. As long it's sports, it's unite people. And we talk about same language. It's a sports language. We are not talking about other things that waste our time. We talk about sports language that we all understand. Like, just I give you a short example between coach and an athletes. They have their own language that coach will ask the athletes, and the athletes will understand. Like when they competition, there is a coach up on the grandstand, but the athletes will look at the coach, and the coach will say, then the athletes will understand. That is the language of sports that everybody will understand. And same as here, we are here because we at the same language. We are talking about gender leadership for equity, diversity, and also any other topics that relate to this leadership's topic. Okay, next.
And just let me add something, Siti.
Okay, right.
To explain this, why this slide was put it here. You know the story in South Africa, the country where Nelson Mandela was the president there. There were there's the black people and the white people, and they were not united in sports. And when he forced the united there, and the national team was from the black and the white, this ideas is spread into the society. Okay, so the meaning of this powerful words, that if you can assure the equity or the unity in sports, you can take it out to the whole society. So let the sports be the leader to assure the equity, okay, between men and women, and bring it back to the society to make the society embrace the equity between men and women. So through sports, you can change the mindset of a society. Okay? This is what we need to understand from these words. It's not easy, okay, but it's so beneficial for not only sports, it's for society, for countries, and for nations. Okay? Okay. Go ahead, Siti.
Okay, next. The webinar content for today's is what is emotional intelligence, which is It's Soha's favorite. Then Soha will explain about it more in details. Okay. And secondly, the importance of emotional intelligence and leaderships. We'll cover it later. They explain how we receive information from the outside world and deal with in our head communication model, which is also Soha's favorite. She will talk about it later. And how we learn VAK, visual by seeing and reading. A is auditory, listening and speaking, and kinesthetic, touching and doing. That is VAK. We will learn about that later on. And how we process information, Mercedes model, which is also that is dominant by Soha. She likes it so much. I knew it. Okay, then the understanding and managing our emotions, the behavior paradox. This is my favorite. Okay, we will talk about this later with this very interesting part. And emotional intelligence, how do you measure up? And leaders scenario, putting it to practice. Okay, next. Okay, this is the webinar outcomes. Explained what, wait. Okay, explain what emotional intelligence is and how you measure and use it. Recognize how we communicate and how it can be adapted in leadership. Recognize how we learn and your preferred learning style. Recognize and explain your emotional response to situations. Demonstrate you have the skill to be able to manage your emotions. Assess your emotional intelligence areas of strength and those which require further development. Apply knowledge learning in a leadership scenario. So we will cover this, the outcomes of the winner later on. So it will be incomplete. Right now, when we just reading, maybe we still blur. We still don't even know what is all about. But when we go to you slide by slide and explain it to you, furthermore, you will understand and cope with it. And so how we'll have that kind of explanation will fulfill what is in your mind later on. Okay, you have something to add, Soha?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Okay, now this is our first activity for today's. Your emotions. Okay, it's about picture. The picture will this picture. What it's mean to you? The picture. We will have a reflect and feedback on how you react and your definitions on your perspective to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. There's no right or wrong answer because different people will feel different emotions. People will react a different way to the same or similar situation. So now, look at the picture. And what is in your mind about the picture? Anybody can share with us. We are not looking for a right or wrong answer. All is right. It's based on what is your thinking about this picture. Ladies, have a look. The duck. We focus on the first picture, the little duck. What is the little duck do?
The
Anyone?
little duck is
Jennifer,
struggling to find.
Huma,
Huma?
Huma,
Can you hear
and then
me?
Jennifer.
Yes.
Okay.
The
Huma can
little
answer that
little
Huma.
duck is struggling to approach its prey. He's very
Okay,
happy to say that food is there,
okay.
Okay.
and
So
he's
struggle.
struggling high.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's take the word struggle. Go
Struggle.
to Jennifer. Jennifer, thank you, Huma.
Maybe a duckling struggling in the verge of drowning and asking for help.
Okay, same, struggling and asking for help.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Who else?
Something different. Who had a different idea?
It's aiming for the foot.
So do I. I have different.
Okay, Yati, she's aiming for the
Okay.
foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pulling all the strength to just get the foot in her mouth. I mean, that's what I see.
I mean, for
Okay.
The little duck is seeking for support.
She asked you.
Support. Support?
For the
Seeking
From
support.
where?
Look at, yeah.
There's nobody around.
Oh,
We're gonna
yes.
support
You
her.
look up. You
for
know,
support.
you look up and ask, God, can you help me?
God.
Support me to work,
Okay.
yeah.
There's always
Okay.
the help of God, right?
Okay. Who else?
Happy and shouting.
Mia, what?
We can.
She's happy and shouting.
Happy and
She's
shouting.
happy and shouting. Okay.
Okay. Who else?
Expectation the food.
Cherry.
Expectation for the food.
Expectation
Expectation for the food.
for the food. Okay.
Who
What
else?
else?
Maybe the duck trying to keeping what he has. This food,
Adista. Hmm?
keeping what the duck
Keeping?
has. Keeping what the duck has, like maybe to catch the food.
Keeping what the
Haha. Rani,
duck
what
has.
does it mean to catch the food here? Catch what?
Something the duck want.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think it's, the black one is wanted to come into the duck mouth,
Yes.
and it's just keeping to try. This one is mine.
Okay. So
Okay.
related to our webinar, if I ask you, what is this? What does this mean? If it's related to our webinar.
Mm,
What is trying to get?
to maintain about our existence, or maybe what is
Of
Okay,
existence.
so let
To
me
increase our knowledge. To
the
increase our
knowledge.
knowledge by sharing the things that we have.
Sharing.
I don't think she's sharing. By the way,
Increase.
nobody to share there. She's trying to get the fly and to feed herself. So in my mind, it's not the right thing, by the way. It's my opinion, okay?
To increase
It's
the
trying,
knowledge.
it's trying to grab an opportunity because the fly will only pass once. If the fly goes, okay, she will not find anything to eat. While she's trying to catch it, to catch the opportunity to feed herself. In my opinion, it's not the right opinion, by the way, okay? It's my opinion. It's like catch the opportunity, okay? Like we spoke yesterday. Identify and take the opportunity because it only comes once, okay? And this is my opinion, okay? Just to put you on the track. So we can move to the second photo.
Okay. Second photo, the iceberg. What you see, what you think of this picture, these photos of iceberg? Anyone? Ladies, anyone can share with us?
What is unseen is greater than the seen.
That's the ice melting.
Yes.
Ice melting.
Yes.
Yes, Yati, and yes, Mia.
What my
Sorry.
opinion is what is unseen is greater than what you see.
Yes, Yati.
Great,
I
Yati.
I have the same thinking.
Nobody can understand the depth of one person by seeing the appearance.
What again, please, Huma?
Nobody can understand the depth of any person by seeing only its appearance.
It's right too. It's not only right. It's about logic. Yes, it's logic.
Behind the success, there's a great great struggle, great effort, great things that you are going to lose, but that doesn't mean that it's not able. It's behind the
Yeah.
success of the great things.
Sometimes to show something so simple, you have to work lots and lots. Like when you sent me the PowerPoint, it's only 4 slides, okay, but maybe it took you 4 days to prepare it. You can like I say in cooking, you spend hours cooking and you just eat in 2 minutes. Okay, this is life. You preparing things takes time to show what you've done in 2 minutes maybe, but to get what you want, to show the perfect way or to in the perfect situation, you have to prepare yourself tons and tons. This is a nice interpretation, by the way. Okay, so we can move to the third one.
The third one, the fish.
Sorry, yeah, the fish.
The fish.
The
Who
fish
wants
is
to
all.
reflect on the fish?
Maybe if you are on laptop, you can see the small fish in the mouth. But if you with a phone, maybe you couldn't manage to see the small fish inside the mouth of the big fish. Can you see the small fish inside the mouth of the big fish?
And I want to hear from other ladies here.
Doesn't share. I look for
Marlia, Sherry, Eileen, Aniska, Rani, Dur. Where's Nur Shams Nahar?
Shams. Yeah, Nur Shams.
Shamsun Nahar.
Shamsun Nahar. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not coming. It's not coming.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it is about the comfort zone. We have to leave the comfort zone to get something big.
Comfort zone.
Nice. Nice. So the small fish is in her comfort zone because she was protected and nobody can attack her. Nice thinking. I never heard this interpretation, by the way. Okay?
Thank you.
Never. The first time. Okay, another thing. I see that you are enjoying this because everyone is smiling on the screen. Only Cherry is not happy.
I
Okay.
think
Homa.
I think the one needs shelter to progress.
Okay. So
Maybe the small fish is looking for the shelter. Yes.
okay.
Shelter.
When you're still young or you're not experienced in one topic, okay, you need protection. So maybe mentoring, mentor-mentee. Okay, it could be, yes. Good interpretation. Joanne.
I think, well, I interpreted it in a bit different way, in a sense that I think having someone in your corner or having someone that has your back gets you to do bigger things in the future, because you always know you have a fallback, or like someone's gonna catch you if you fall. So something like that.
Great. So we can link it to something we spoke about 2 days ago.
The support system.
Support and networking.
Yes.
Great, Joanne. Great. What a participants, what a group we have. Excellent. Okay. So anyone else who wants to reflect on this picture before we move forward? Okay, so next slide and next photos. Okay, I want to hear from all of you, please. Philomena, Akhtar, Shireen, Mailiana, Nahid, Marlia, Cherry, everyone, please. Okay?
Okay. Now we move on to the photo number 4. You look at
the puzzle.
Yeah.
Mia is happy.
For the water, the bad lacking, the not safe the water. It's mean like a I have to explain. It's need to save all of the lack of the places we need to cover.
Okay, so you have to fix what's wrong, okay, to save maybe energy, maybe money,
Everything,
maybe
money, time,
whatever. Okay.
yeah,
Don't make it a
anything
waste
a waste.
of everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything have a lack of, yeah.
Okay. It could be
According to
like
Lack of
this.
the
me,
Yes.
knowledge, everything, yeah.
Yes. Yes. The waste of anything. Okay. So who wants to reflect?
according to me, if you have,
Yes.
I want,
Yes. Yes, Huma.
according to me, if you have loopholes and if you have even bad intentions, or if you are not with a very big heart, you will never save anything inside you. You will always feel trouble. So be big, have big mind, have big heart, and try to give space to others.
Okay. It could be like this
Thank you.
too. Thank you, Huma. Eileen. Please unmute yourself. Eileen, we can't hear you. Please unmute yourself.
She wrote something because she can't
Okay.
speaker is not working.
Okay, Cherry.
Even the small hole, but the whole things we fill the pour the water, but small hole is affect the everything for spreading the everywhere for
Okay, it's
planting or something like that. So even
these
small
holes.
hole they have a fault.
Okay, so it's not good to have these holes. This is what you mean. These holes are affecting
For spreading for plants or everything. So this effort is good for the small hole, even small hole, but the effort is the big things.
Siti, can you help me? The holes are good or no?
The holes. Wait,
The
okay.
holes, yes.
I think what Sherry going to wants to show or to share with us that the holes is even it's just a small holes when for the gardener it will be useful.
Okay.
Yeah, to
Okay.
watering the garden.
Okay, Cherry, this is what you meant, right?
Yes,
these
sure.
holes are useful to spread the water?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. This is how I think too. Okay, so in my opinion, in my opinion, sometimes these holes are useful because you have the knowledge. If you don't share it with everyone, you keep it for yourself. So it's not beneficial. Your experience exchanges with others and they will learn from it. Okay, so it could be like this. And the other opinion that these holes are keeping us from saving energy. It's a waste of energy. So you can see everyone can see the same situation or the same picture in a different way. I'm trying to lead you to emotional intelligence. Okay, and you will see what we are using, why we are using these pictures in the emotional intelligence. Okay, so let's move to the fifth picture.
Okay. The snake and ladder.
Okay,
I
and I
think
want to hear from Dur and then Marlia. Dur
Okay.
Shehwar.
It's about move smartly. One move can help you to go up and the other can push you back.
Okay, this is life, right? Right. Okay, one move can take you up and one false move can take you to the bottom again. Okay, Dur. Thank you. Marlia.
I think if we have the good trick or good manage, you can up.
Good.
Again, please, I couldn't understand. Again, please, Marlia.
If we have the good trick or good management, we can up.
Okay. Good management will lead you to good path, to get the way you want. Okay.
To go up.
Okay. Okay. So good management will lead to good things. Another opinion, please.
Adiska. I think Adiska.
Yeah. Sometimes life we can always prepare about good things and worse things, and people always must be alert or maybe awareness about our life.
Okay, okay, Adiska. I want to hear from you, Joanne. Your idea, your opinion.
For this one, I think we could say the snakes, or we meet certain people in our lives that are bound to bring us down. And then we meet certain people also who open up opportunities for us, like the ladders. Because I think I've met a fair share of that same group. I've met people who brought me down. I've met people who actually opened up new doors for me. So, yeah.
Joanne, this is what I wanted to say, by the way. And I knew that you are thinking the same. And this is why I chose you to speak. I don't know why, but I know how you are thinking. This is what I wanted to say, exactly. So don't think that life is easy and everything you aim for, you will get it easily and in a comfort way. No, you will have a lot of obstacles, a lot of barriers, a lot of people trying to get you and take you down, okay? So you have to be smart enough to move through these obstacles, to come over these obstacles. So don't think that I got there because it was an easy life. No, if I tell you what I faced during my life, you would be surprised. You will say, this woman is maybe an ironic woman, because you can't imagine how much obstacles I had in my life. But I had the will, and I had the network, the good network that helped me to reach what I want. Okay, so this is exactly what Joanne spoke about. You have these snakes, the one who will try to get you down, and you have to use your network and the person who will support you to get where you want to. And you see the ladder, it's a big ladder. Okay, it's a large ladder, so you can aim high. It's a step by step, but it will take you somewhere so high. Okay, the last one, the last picture.
Yeah, about the traffic
lights. And I'd like to hear from you.
See.
Again, Yati and Maria.
If by logic, this picture,
many ways to
right.
do, but try the goal straight.
Who's talking?
Mia.
Mia.
Sorry, I'm talking.
Yes, Mia, go ahead.
As in, too many traffic lights means so many ways to go, many things to do, but we try hard our goal to get a right way, to shortest way to get the thing.
Okay, so there's a way or 1,000 way.
Yeah, or no, shortest way to go the right things. Many things many way and many things to do, but shortest way to get a right goal.
Okay, an idea, another one. I have Akhtar Shireen from Bangladesh. I want to hear from you too. Okay, prepare yourself, Maria.
Am I the
Maria
one
Jennifer.
who's... okay. I thought it's Marley. I'm sorry.
No, Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, for me, we can relate it to our life. We have different pathways to go. We have different traffic lights. We have time to stop, whether we have time to go, and we have different timelines. Just the same with the traffic, in different directions. We have time that we should stop, and there are time that we should go.
Yeah. Okay. Good interpretation. Papa, actor. Shireen from
Akhtar?
Bangladesh.
Can you unmute yourself, Akhtar?
Actor.
Akhtar.
Actor.
Unmute yourself. Can we
She's not
unmute?
with us. She's not hearing us, I think. So what do you think, Siti, about this?
Okay.
Sorry, Nahid would like to speak, I think.
Yeah, where are you,
Okay,
Nahid?
okay. Go ahead, Nahid. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. There you go. Okay.
In addition, yes. In addition to being fine playing snakes and ladders, can play an important role in developing emotional intelligence, EQ, in children and adults. This game helps people cope with various emotions such as frustration, happiness, and anxiety cases by the frustration of the game and strengthens their coping skills. The above skills in adults and children.
Okay,
And
Nahid is,
emotional
yeah,
intelligence, EQ.
yes. Okay, so Nahid is trying to explain why we are using these cards. Okay, how and how we can identify it as a explanation of emotional intelligence. Thank you, Nahid.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Huma, the last one to interpretation, and then Siti, and we move on. Huma.
Go ahead, Huma.
I think that too many signals and too many indication never leads to the destination.
So it's not a good one, right? For you.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, Siti.
Okay. My opinion, if I look at this traffic light, it's so many traffic light in the picture. But if I take it in a positive side, that is opportunity, but with many obstacles, with a challenge that I have to go through. So in life, we have to take this opportunity as much as we can, no matter how hard it was, no matter how difficult it was. Since there is an opportunity, there is a will for us. Okay, you don't have to be greedy to grab all of it. Maybe you can take one or two, but the opportunity is there. You take it and you grab it. Opportunity, as Soha says, comes only once. When it's gone, it's not going to coming back again. So take this opportunity. But in negative ways, if this is a real traffic light, maybe this is real traffic light in some country, I don't know. I would not drive in this road. I will stuck. I will just stop there, and I will call a Grab. Then I go with a Grab, with taxi, even better. I'm not going to drive because it will be scramble all the cars. Okay, so that is my opinion. Different people, different opinions. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If I can say one sentence.
Sure. You
More
than
can
well.
be less.
Go.
More can be less.
Yeah.
And if I want to take you back to the webinar, okay, so yes, we want to take roles in our lives and to be leaders, but you have to take care that you have to show commitment to this tasks. So if you take many opportunities or many tasks and you don't have the time and the energy to fulfill everything, you will fail. So try to get what you really want, okay, and make it relevant in your life, to your life, and try to be successful in each one. Okay, so don't take more than you can handle. Okay, take what you want and try to choose the right one, the relevant one to your knowledge, skills, and role. Okay. Okay, ladies. Okay, Siti, we go up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It's your floor now, Soha. It's your favorite.
Okay. Just let me minimize this one.
But
So
it seems like everybody is enjoying the picture.
yeah, I know. So now I try to link I will try to link the previous activity, the slides, the photos, to emotional intelligence. First, let me identify and define what is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, we can say EI, is a learned ability to identify, understand, experience, and express emotions in healthy and productive ways. So let me highlight the words. Learned ability, and here the coaches will understand what I'm saying. Abilities could be learned. We are not born, we are not raised with the ability, but we can learn it. So maybe you don't have this emotional intelligence, but you have to learn it, okay, to learn about it. And this is what I told you about. When I first saw emotional intelligence, okay, and I knew what does it mean, I started to learn it. And when you say ability and you're learning, after learning, you have develop, okay? So you can learn and develop this ability. To what? To do what? To identify, to know what others are thinking, understand what they are thinking about, to know the experience and to link it to another experience in your life, and to express your emotions. Okay, I understand what you are doing, what you are having, or how you are doing, and I can express my emotions in a healthy and productive ways, because it's easy to have a fight or to disagree, but when you have to use your emotional intelligence, it's gonna lead to productive ways. So you will discuss in a productive ways. You are not going to have any fight with the person you contradict or you have other opinion than them. So to reflect to the previous activity, okay, each one of us had a different interpretation, but when you can use your emotional intelligence, you can put yourself in others' shoes and see how they are thinking, so you can manage their emotions and yours too. So to link it to our role as leaders, why emotional intelligence is important? To lead and to manage, because in your role as leaders, you have to lead and you have to manage. Since you are working with others, so you have to manage others. So to lead yourself, to lead the group, and to manage yourself and the group. And in order to what? To achieve good performance and outcomes. Okay? A coach needs to build bonds of trust with the athletes. If we are talking about coaches, you have to have good bonds with your athletes, with their network, their parents, the official technical officials, with the federations. So you can imagine, if you have the right way to manage these emotions and this relation between the whole network, you will achieve. But if you keep fighting with your athlete, with their parents, with the club, with the federation, with everyone, you will not succeed. So you see, emotional intelligence comes every time you have an interaction with any one of the network you have. On top of this, they need to establish positive working relationship with officials and organizers to ensure the best possible preparation. EI is important in building these relationships and ultimately contributes to performance. So I think that it's clear now for everyone how much important is emotional intelligence and where we can use it and why we should use it. We will have a lot of experience now. What does it mean to you? Now you have the definition, you know why and what we are talking about. So I want you in Zoom groups to share life example, positive and challenging. Decide which one from the group you will feed back to the other groups. Okay, so you will be in groups and you will have to share life examples where you had to use your emotion. You used your emotion positively or less positively and challenging, okay? And you used your emotional intelligence. And one of the group will share with us. So you will have maybe 8 minutes in the group, okay? And then you come back here and you share with us. Okay? I will ask Mr. Adi to send you in your new groups because we changed the group from yesterday to today.
Yeah, we slightly changed, not totally changed, but
Okay. So I want everyone to participate, to share, okay? And one of you will revert to the other groups in the main session here, okay?
So there will be a new group for today, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
no, the group is still for groups, but the members of the
participants are.
group is
Members change.
yeah.
Shuffle.
Some
Okay.
change.
All right. Jennifer is still with us. Uma.
Ibu Ria, Sirin, what's number? Maria Mood. Ibu Ria.
You are mute, Ibu Ria.
Sorry. Yeah, Shirin has two device. Shirin has two device.
Okay, okay.
So which one is she?
The one is already in on the group.
Okay, okay. No wonder she's still in. This one, Nahid?
Nahid 4.
Control 4. Okay. I will join the group 3.
Shang, put it on Shang. Wait a minute, Nati. Shang, put it on Shang. Put it on 2 at Masadi. Aku nyambi maam ya, sebentar.
Oke, silahkan.
Ini Adi di mana? Di rumah atau di rumah sakit?
Saya di rumah, Mbak.
Oh, sorry ya.
Udah, it's okay, no problem.
Tapi udah operasi ya? Udah selesai?
Belum, saat ini sedang berlangsung. Tadi dokternya nggak apa, belum sedang berlangsung intinya.
Hmm. Di rumah sakit apa?
RS Polri
Hmm. Deket ya, itu di Pasar Bu.
Ramat Jati.
Oh, semoga ya.
Mbak Ria, amin, matur
Baik,
nuwun.
baik.
Matur nuwun, Mbak Ria.
Kasihan ini Nahid kayaknya gangguan terus ya. Nahid berapa sih? 4 ya? 4. Yes, Eileen, do you have problem with entering the group?
I changed to my handphone. Can you put me back? Put me to my group.
Okay.
My laptop is the speaker is broken, so I just use my phone.
Okay. Mas Adi, group 3.
Group 3, yes.
Okay. You unmute.
Okay. So we will hear from group number 1, then 2 and 3. We have 4? No, we only have 3.
So supposed to be 4.
Yeah, we have 4. Okay, so group number 1.
Is Yati to present today, okay? I would like to share with you some background. I'm again the general manager. I have 14 affiliate means like clubs that I have to be involved with my federation, and then I am the first woman fitting up this position. So in the club, there are a big wave of men who don't really agree for a woman to sit in this position. So there is a wave all along just finding faults whatsoever. So the council, the meeting when goes to the council, it will be very stressed up. Okay. I'm a person, I don't talk in the council much because I like to observe and understand their from where they are coming and what is their intention of doing things. If the wisdom is positive and good, my response will be there. If the wisdom is political, I will just stay quiet. But then I realized that being silent is very powerful strength, because when they try to provoke, when one of the affiliate, I share you one incident, Budapest World Champ. You know, the clubs will be very excited to represent as a team manager or delegate or whatever. They are very excited on this. So the person who all along opposed me would like to go to Budapest. So and he was nominated. Okay. Then I was very happily, I went and registered himself as a delegate number 3. Okay, delegate number 1 is president, delegate number 2 vice president, delegate number 3 is himself. So after I register him delegate, and we have already received even to the stage of accreditation card, then Malaysia don't have a participation who qualify to World Champ. We go under wildcard. When we went under wildcard, that means it's after the closing date. After the closing date, that is the way how World Athletic manage. They close the date for all the entries, then they open for wildcard. So when there was a wildcard seat for Malaysian Athletic, the particular delegate number 3 wants to go as a team manager. And he went very wild. He don't want to go as a delegate. I've already registered him as a delegate. Okay, new rule in WA, delegate cannot become the team manager. That is new rule, I think, since Oregon. So I talked to him and I said to him one-to-one, and he is having a perception that she's hindering me. I am hindering him. He is having that perception. Whenever I spoke to him, I never raised my voice and I never speak rudely. I always control my emotion, and that's not easy. when a person said that I'm going to fire you, when a person threatened my position, when a person said that you ladies not fit to be in this office, back to your kitchen, things like that can really provoke us. Can really provoke us. But all his attempt went lost, because the one who were emotionally lost track was him. Then it came up in the council meeting where all the clubs are there. He stood up, he shouted at me from the end of one side. It's like in front of 30 over people. All the affiliates was there. All the clubs was there. The president was not there. The vice president was chairing the meeting. I was next to the vice president, and next to me was Josephine Kang. Josephine Kang was holding my hand until blue because she can't take it. I hold myself, I tell you the truth, I hold myself, the fact that I hold without saying anything, indirectly reflecting to the rest of the people that this fella is talking shit. This fella is not talking the truth, because the accreditation is already there. She already done her work. And if he
Okay,
came...
yeah, my question here, if you didn't remain silent,
it will go very well. I'll bang somewhere and hurt myself because I can't ensure you how I can be patient. When I know that I can't stay at the borderline, we only go into the war when we know we were winning. If we are not winning, remain calm is the best. So that's how I control myself. But honestly, Soha, after the meeting, I went to the toilet, 30 minutes crying.
Yeah, for sure. This
I-
anger is stuck inside. You had somewhere how you have to explore to how we say how to drain this anger out. So it's okay to cry. But what I like that you said I controlled myself, my emotions. So this is the emotional intelligence, how to control and how to manage your emotions in order to control others' emotion. If she start shouting on him, okay, he will start shouting on her too. So you can see where the discussion will lead to. Maybe they will have a fight. So when she managed her emotions, she could control others' emotions in order to have the best outcome. At the end, she did what she had to do. Okay? And they followed her decisions. You see? But if they had a fight, maybe the meeting will end up in taking no decision. Okay? So this is a good example. Thank you, Yati, for sharing with us this life scenario, which shows us the importance of emotional intelligence. Thank you, Yati.
Thank you.
So
Thank
we
you.
will move to group number 2. Who wants to share on behalf of group number 2? Joanne, I think.
Oh, hi. I think Cherry or Miss Rani, do you want to speak?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Rani. Cherry or Rani?
Cherry.
Yeah,
Cherry. Okay.
Cherry.
yeah, we got from the other guys for negative things. We listen and we prepare all things for going back to them to positive use. So that is our emotional to them to how to express. So that is our things. Yeah. So everybody have not positive things. So they have bad feelings or they have some emotional negative things. So we listening to them. That is our leader items also. We express to them we prepare how to manage the positive things. So that's my opinion.
Okay, Cherry. Okay. So let's move to group number 3. Who's gonna present on behalf of group number 3? Okay, Shamsun Nahar is asking want some advices to manage her anger during the practice or something like this. We will answer this. Wait. Let's open want some advice to control anger on the playground. Okay. We will talk about how to control yourself. Okay. We're coming to cover this. Group number 3. Who's gonna present? Huma? Marlia?
Marlia, Eileen is in group number 3. And who else?
Any life
Huma or
scenario?
Eileen? All right,
Maybe
try.
Eileen. Okay.
Okay, Marlia.
Okay, I think all of us always face the problem. So it is depend of every can control their emotion. For example, if I have the problem, the first time I do is keep silent only a few minutes. Few minutes before I make decision, before I want to say something, or and then make control ourselves first before I can control another. When we have the problem, that's it. After that, we can discuss and find the solution. I think only that.
Yes, Marlia. And this words you said it will show up again during the webinar today when we speak about the animal we have in our brain there. So it's not easy to control it, okay, but we have, as we said, it's an ability, and we spoke about ability that you learn and you develop this ability. So it's not easy in the first maybe 10 experiences you have. First time you do this, you say after it's finished, why did I do this? Okay, I have to control myself. Second time, maybe you will not succeed and you will have this anger and you will shout and you will be angry. The third time, because you are trying to learn, to educate, to develop yourself, you will say, now I can control myself and I will keep calm and I will be silent for a few seconds or minutes. Okay, and then I will react in a proper way. So it's an ability that we learn and we develop. Okay?
Yeah.
It's like
Sorry,
sports.
so
Yes, it's
I
Huma.
want to share.
Yes.
Actually, I was having some problem with my mic.
Okay.
I want to share that when I was working as a social welfare officer, we were under the government MNA, one MNA, but it was not the matter of gender. She was female. She was a female lady, and I was expecting, it was my 4th month and first pregnancy. But she wanted me to move with her in her protocol. And once she went to her office and she had that I have to move in some mountainous area and I have to go and you all have to follow me. When I told her that doctor asked me not to walk, not to travel on the mountains as it is risky for me. But she was like she was very much aggressive in this issue, and she said, no, if you want to make a holiday, you can go on leaves without salary, but this time you will move with me and you will go up on the hills and I will not let you stay in the office. So I walked with her, and 2 days I remain in hospital after that walk and after that all that things. But I managed to keep my job. So I went and I remained in the hospital for 2 days after that journey. So it was not the matter of gender all the times. She was female. She can understand that it was my first pregnancy and I was weak and I was not able to, and it was doctor recommendation not to move on the, not to walk. And she walked me almost 5 kilometers up on the mountains, and she did not let me stay in the office. So I went with her. I walked, and next 2 days I was in the hospital. But Alhamdulillah, I was okay. I managed with my pregnancy, and all went well. Alhamdulillah.
Yuma, you
So it was
sacrificed a
all
lot.
not always the matter of gender.
Yeah, and it's not a matter of emotional intelligence because you are
Sorry,
sacrificing
I can't hear you.
your health, your baby health. So it's like a crime.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
Yes. So
But
alhamdulillah,
I think
everything
as
went well.
a leader, she must know she must have some emotional intelligence. As a leader, she
Yes,
was leading us, so she must have some emotional intelligence that she also understand our emotions.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I was not lying to her that I was on medical issues, so she can understand. She was at that time,
Yes.
she only prefer her emotional intelligence. She did not
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at me that I too have my emotional intelligence.
She
Yeah,
had no
that
bright
there
emotional
she
heart.
intelligence. She had no
Yes.
emotional
yes,
intelligence, okay? Because she didn't see
Mm.
what the
yes,
needs you have there, okay? She didn't put herself in your shoes, okay? Because
exactly.
it was
She was too
dangerous
arrogant.
and you were
She
not
was
just,
too arrogant that she
uh-huh.
exactly.
You see, do you want or do you choose her as a leader for you?
She was
If it comes to you,
no, I don't want. I
choose her
never
as a,
voted her again.
okay, this is what we are talking about. You will become leaders and you want to become leaders. So leaders should have this emotional intelligence because they want people to follow them.
Exactly.
okay, to be guided by them. So you are the role models for them. So you can use your emotional intelligence in order to bring people toward you, to work to you, with you. Okay, so like Huma said, when you have a leader, you have a boss, not a leader, by the way. She's the boss. Okay, and they don't use their emotional intelligence in order to bring you, to make you like working with them. They will leave everyone. And leaders should have followers. If they are bad leaders, they will not have followers. That's why emotional intelligence is so important in our role as leaders. Okay, thank you, Huma. We'll go to group number 4. Dur Shahwar.
Dur, we have.
Okay, I am from group number 4.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Real leadership means lifting each other up. Like in Huma's case, we see that she's not lifting or doing any favor. So,
yes, Dur.
She had a problem with the
it's
connection.
not the real leader. A positive leader uses emotional intelligence to support others, not blame them. And they give emotional courage, build trust, and help people grow. Negative leaders do the opposite thing. They blame each other and they say blah, blah, blah. And you are the one who is responsible for these things. So this is not the real leadership, I guess.
Right, right. Don't blame others for your mistakes. As a
Yeah.
leader, you have to
Take the responsibility.
protect the people, yes, and to guide them. If they do wrong, you have to teach them how to do it right. It's your duty to lead and to manage everyone. Okay, thank you, group number 4. So we will see. I will share again my screen. Okay. You can see the screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so we will see why emotional intelligence, okay? So why? Because it increased team performance. We are working in teams. In our life, you are not solo. You are not working by yourself only. Okay, so we have the team. So it increased the performance of this team. Because Huma, when she went with her boss to the hills, if she were okay, the performance would be good. But since she was forced to go there, I'm sure her performance wasn't the best. This is why we need emotional intelligence to decrease occupational stress. When you are not happy and engaged in the work, you will not succeed in this work. You will have to love, to admire your work, okay? So if the situation, the emotion, intelligence is working there, you will like your work and you will excel. To improve decision making, when you're angry, don't take any decisions, okay? And when you're too happy, don't take decisions. So you have to control your emotions, be in the right situation of emotional intelligence when you want to take decisions. Anger won't let you see the real situation. Increase leadership ability. Everyone needs to be lead because we don't know everything. As Dur Shahwar said, you have sometimes people with you, your team needs to be led by you. So your ability to be a leader is more effective when you have used emotional intelligence, because you know how to address people, how to communicate with the people. If I just order people to do things, they won't like to do it. But if we agree on something, okay, these people will go happily doing this. So, and the two last ones, increased personal well-being. I'm happy at work, I will excel. I'm not happy at work, I won't excel. I will be at time maybe, but doing nothing. No efficiency in work. So reduce the staff turnover, because as we said before, if you hate your leader, okay, you will just quit your work and go home. If you have another opportunity, another work, for sure you will choose the one where the region, the place is having this emotional intelligence, because it assures that the place is good, okay, and you are relaxed, you can perform, you are happily working. So for sure you will choose this place, not the other one. So this one, yeah, some of why emotional intelligence is important where we were working in teams. Okay, we will move forward to explain how we communicate, okay, and how we process life. Communication model, how we process the word. I will make it fast a little bit because, and I want you to follow up, okay? Follow me. Think about a photo that you take with your phone, okay? When you look at the picture or the photo, you will see a lot of things, okay? There's a lot of things in the photo, but I want you, each one, look at your photo now on the screen, okay? You can see yourself, the shadow, the chair, the curtains, the door, maybe the picture on the wall, okay, the light, and everything, okay? But you are focusing on what? On yourself, okay? This is what we mean with 2.3 million pieces of information per second. So what enters your head, okay, it's at 2.3 million pieces of information per second, okay? But through what? The 5 senses we have. We see, we hear, we smell, we touch, and we taste. Like an example, we are seeing ourselves in the screen. We are seeing what's around us in the screen. We can hear the moderator voice, and maybe you have a flower next to you or something that gives smell, and you are touching the screen, you are touching the phone, maybe the keyboard, and you are drinking like Marlia is doing. She's drinking her coffee. So through this 5 senses, at 2.3 million information is going to your head each second. Okay? So how do we process this 2.3? Just stay with me. Okay. So what I'm interested in, like I said, when you are seeing yourself in the screen, you are looking at me maybe. Or if you are looking to yourself, you will see your hair and your makeup and your outfit. You are not seeing the background, the light, the door. Why? Because your interest now, okay, is yourself. So we can only process between 5 and 9 pieces of information. We can't process everything around us. From the 2.3 million pieces of information that comes in our brain in a second, we can process only 5 to 9 pieces only. Okay. So depending on what? Why these 5 to 9, not the other 259? We have 2.3. Why these 5 to 5 to between 5 and 9? You can see here that due to filters that we have, our brain will choose these 5 to 9. What are these filters? Our interests. I will give examples. Interests, beliefs, values, culture, and experiences. Like what? I always give this example since we are in a field of track and field, okay? I was watching the high jump event, female, okay, ladies, woman. I was sitting with my brother and my grandma, with my grandmother and my brother. When the lady were jumping over the bar, we had three thoughts. I was looking at her technique and how she can cross the bar. My grandma said, what a lady, what she's wearing, like if she's naked. My brother was saying, wow, what a lady she is. So you can see that the three of us, we were seeing the same picture or the same video, okay? The streaming on the TV. Since my interests are in sports and in coaching and technique, I was focusing and my head was processing the 9 pieces of technique, okay? My grandma, since her values, okay, and her culture say that a woman should be well-dressed and she can't show her body to others and she has to be protective, okay? Her interest, her beliefs, her value, her culture made her think and the process the clothes the woman there was wearing and how she was revealed. While my brother and his interest, the bad interest he had, he was just focusing on her body. Okay, so how to link this to emotional intelligence and leadership? As leaders, you have to put yourself in others' position and see what is their interests. Okay, like Yati just gave us an example. The person, the delegate, he wants to change. She has to know what is his interest in changing his position, okay, and his nomination. What is the experience he had before and he wants to change? When she knows what he is thinking about and why he is acting like this, she can control him. So, my question is, if someone is behaving in a bad way or in a way that you don't like and you don't find beneficial as a team, how can you affect and change this behavior? This is my question for you. Have a moment and answer me, please. How can we change someone's behavior? Any answer? Anyone to answer? From my explanation now and the slide you saw, okay, how do you think we can influence and change someone's behavior? Joanne.
Okay, for this one, it's kind of tricky because we can't really control how they think and how they'll react. And I think the only thing we can control would be ourselves, how we react to them and how we would respond, I think. So, your question is how to influence. What I found effective and interesting is that when people are mad at you or like when people are reacting negatively to you and you suddenly react with kindness and with care, they gradually shift the tone just because they see, oh, you're not reacting hostile to me even if I'm hostile towards you. So something like that. And what I've learned along the way is that people don't really care what you think or what you know unless they actually know that you care. So that's one thing that I'm trying to focus on now, that making people feel that I care about them, that whatever I'm saying or doing is actually for their advantage, and the conversation shifts gradually with that.
Okay, Joanne. let me do an interpretation for what you said. What care means? Joanne, if she wants to influence someone, she show them that she cares. When you care about someone, okay, you are going through their filters because you're adapting their thoughts or their values or their interests. You are showing them that your interest is the same as mine. You are interested maybe in watching TV while I have to go to work. Okay, I will show them that I'm interested too. I will spend maybe 15 minutes with them and then I will go so they can follow me. So you go with someone, you show them that you care, okay, because you are adapting their interest, values, experiences, and whatever are the filters are, okay, so they can believe that you are on the same page with them, so they care about how you care about them, and they will follow you, okay? So in a way, to answer my question, when you want to affect or to change, you go through the interests, the filters of the person. And I can give you a clear example. When you want to change the society mindset, okay, you have to change not the people. You have to change the culture, the beliefs of these people. And through maybe the media, okay, if you look at the promotions on the TV, okay, first people wouldn't accept maybe a woman speaking about the napkins, okay, for the menstrual when we have the blood, the menstrual period, okay, it was something forbidden, right? You can't have this promotion on TV. But with time, because they try to change our interest or our values or our culture, okay, they started to promote this. So people open up and speak about this. And now it's not forbidden for a woman to say that I'm in a period, right? It's not a taboo anywhere, anymore. So to change someone thinking, you have to go through their filters. Is it clear? So if you see someone in your team that always contradict what you say and doesn't want to follow your steps, you have to know the filters they have, why he is rejecting or he doesn't want to change. Maybe because he had a bad experience in this. Maybe he knows that he's not skilled enough to fulfill the task you are asking for. Maybe he has some values that he can't change, okay? So you have to manage this, okay? Sometimes when you are coaching and you ask, maybe, no, not coaching, it's more teaching in school, and you ask the boy and girls to handle their hands, to put their hands in together. Some boys and some girls will reject this, won't accept, because their values and their beliefs, a girl should not take the hand of a boy. So using your emotional intelligence, you are seeing the result, but you have to think about the filters they have, okay? And you have, if you want to make them change their mind when they grow up, you have to work on these filters from the early beginning of their age. You see? So when you have someone who has this anger, okay, you have to search in his filters, what are the cause of this anger? And that makes us go to another slide. Let me just, you still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just I was on the wide screen, so gallery, and I'm trying to see you all. This is why I have a wide screen. I can't move it. Just a second. I know, I don't know why it's stuck. Okay, so I will go to it later on. So multi-speaker, okay. I can't move my screen. Anyway, so Siti, can you see the screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I will go back, okay, to now we will see it more, okay, when we speak about the more of emotional intelligence. I will go back to VAK, okay, so you can learn, tell me when you get the 3 circles, okay? It's a slide number 12.
It's
It's
still,
not moving.
it's not moving.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
not moving.
moving. This is what I told you. My screen is freezed. Wait. Okay.
Maybe stop.
Okay.
Oh,
Now,
Now it's
yes.
moving.
Okay. Now. Okay, Siti. You want to cover this or you want me to cover it?
I will cover the 3 themes later on. Okay.
Okay. So we'll go quickly to get to know people more. Just to let me see you. Okay. So to let people to understand people and to let them understand you, you have to learn and to know what learning style they prefer. Okay. If I want Mia, Yati, Siti, Mrs. Ria, okay, to understand something in my mind, I have to find the way they like to learn. Okay, because some people like to learn through visual things like TV, screens, paper. They want to see things to learn. Some other people likes to hear, to listen, and to speak. They want me to speak, okay? While other like to have the paper or the screen and to read, okay? I have, and we will have, some people who likes to do things. They have to do it so they can learn from it. So as leaders, it's your role to bring up the 3 models, the 3 styles, learning styles. And this is what I mentioned to Yati in the morning when I presented her PowerPoint and she was reading, okay, the content. Just to explain it more, the slides were combined, a combination between photos and words. So the visual learners will see the photo and they can read the words, while Yati was speaking what is inside the slides. So the visual learners will see and the auditory learners will hear Yati. Okay? Some kinesthetic people will be taking notes because they learn by doing. They want to feel it. They are feeling the words because they are writing it on a paper. So we have the 3 learning styles. Maybe you have a combination. Persons that like the 3 of it. Some will like or will be good enough in 1, maybe in 2. So as leaders, okay, you want everyone to understand you, right? So you have to know the person in front of you, what is their preferable learning style. Okay, we will go through one of the activities and you will experience the difference between the 3, okay, and how you will react or how it's different from one person to another. We will go to auditory. Okay? To the auditory. Okay, I want you now to put down your pencils. No one can okay, let me see your hands. And don't cheat, please. Okay, you don't have to cheat. Okay, just let me go to the okay. Okay, so please don't take any pen or any pencil. You have to listen to me. I will list some words. Okay, you're not gonna see on the screen. And when I finish, I will give you maybe 1 minute to write down the words you remember. Okay? And then you will share with me how many words could you remember. So when you're ready to listen, tell me, okay? To go and start. Get ready. No pen, no pencils. Okay, you don't have to write anything now. Okay, just listen to me. And don't cheat. I can see you, Nahed. You are cheating because you turned off your camera. Okay, so get ready. You will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24 words. Okay, I will list the 24. We'll start. Hotel, state agent, tree, manager, ranch, television, tension, aeroplane, radio, joy, house, stars, ball, ground, mansion, wisdom, horse, grass, socks, field, love, tree, thought, and pain. The last one is pain. Now, take your pen. You have a minute. Write down what words you still remember from the list I just told you. Go ahead. Okay, ladies. So, how many could you write? Let me see. How many? Let's move on. Yati, how many? Could you remember? Unmute yourself, ladies. Yati.
10. 10.
Sherry 10. Yati. Yati.
Just 8.
8. Adiska.
11.
11. Who's 11?
Yati.
Yati, 11. Okay. So Yati the first for now. Okay. Who's more than 10?
I wrote 13, but I'm not sure if everything is correct.
Okay, so you will list it for us. Who else? Who is above 15? Who could
9.
do? Marlia, how much?
9.
9.
5?
9.
9.
5
only
or
9.
9?
9.
9.
9.
Okay. 9. Who's above 15? No one. So I can do an inclusion that
I write
not
14.
auditory learners. What? Huma.
14. 14. You
14.
mentioned 3 2 times. Yes, you mentioned 3 2 times.
Excellent. Yes. So Huma, I can spot that Huma is a auditory learner. She can process the information through hearing. Okay. Some of you maybe they will prefer the visual learning style. Okay. So I will see. We mentioned the tree 2 times. So the only one who noticed this is Huma. Okay. Others will combine things that are relevant to each other. When we say house and horse and like we have a farm, tree, okay, grass. So these people are auditory learners. While we have visual learners, we will go through one activity and we will see that some of you will prefer the visual learning style. Okay. So how we're gonna test this? Let me minimize this one and go here. Okay. So you will go through a range of four slides with the cards. So you have to remember, don't write anything, by the way. You have to remember what's the difference between the first and the second, the third and the fourth. Okay? Are you ready? Okay. The first one, the second one, third one, and the fourth one. Okay. So, what's the difference between the first and the second one?
Wallahi.
It's difficult, right?
Sequence was different.
Arrangement.
There
Arrangement
was a
about
different sequence.
Yeah,
different
first
Sequence was
line
different.
start with 9, number 9, and the second line start with number 7.
7.
It is
Number
a
of
sequence
cards.
that 9, 7, 8 in the first row, and the other is 7, 9, and I think 8.
right. What else?
The number of cards.
Number of cards, right. What's the
Yeah, the
difference
cards.
between the number of cards?
The number
I
of
think the
cards.
first one is has more than the second picture.
The first one was 6 cards. The second one was 5.
5. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What else?
The last 2 rows are queens and kings cards.
Okay. You move to the third and fourth. Okay, let's move. Okay. So the third one and the fourth one, what was the difference?
It's queen, king, and jack. And then last one is, I think, king, jack, and then queen. Maybe I'm
Right.
wrong.
Right. Right. So you can see that how much Dur Shehwar is good in visual learn as a visual learner. She spot maybe all the differences between the cards, while she was not so good in as an auditory learner. So you can see nobody is bad in everything, by the way. Some have this skill to be or they prefer their preferred learning style is the auditory one. Some is the visual one. So I will show you again the cards and you will notice what she was talking about. Let me know if you can see it. Can you see my screen?
Not
Mm.
yet.
Yes.
Now?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one we had is 9 from the right side. 9, 8, 7, 8, 7, 9. Okay, 3 cards in red, 3 cards in black. I don't know the name of the heart and diamond or things like that. So the next one, we had only 5 cards. 3 in black, 2 in red, and as she mentioned, the first card was starting with number 9. This one with number 7. You can see that even that I'm looking at the screen, I'm not so good as Dur Shahwar. She had it like an image in her brain, and she can see it, even it's not on the screen. Now I'm seeing it on the screen, but I'm not a visual learner, by the way. I'm an auditory and kinesthetic. I don't like to look. When someone is talking to me, I just take a pen and I draw something on my paper. I just listen to them. I don't look at them. I'm an auditory and a kinesthetic learner. So the third one, these cards were 5 cards, two kings, 2 queens, and 1. What do we call it? This one, the guy in the middle.
Jack.
Jack.
Okay. Okay. So the last one, we had 6, 2 kings, 2 queens, and 2 your guy, jacks. Okay, so you can see that we have different learning styles. You have to know the people there, to know how to give them the ideas, how to make them learn, how to make them understand what you want. If you keep talking, show me pictures all the day, I won't understand anything. Just give me one sentence, tell me something, I will understand. Other people will like you to go and do research because you are kinesthetic. Do your research and come back to me and I will change some things. This is a leader's task, to know and to manage the learning styles and be ready to work with all the 3 learning styles. Okay? Okay. So I'm just moving around let's move to slide number 27. Okay, touch beam, no unconscious. Okay, to number 23. So I will move to number 24. How we process the information from the world around us. I want you to know that we have unconscious, automatic things, doing things without thinking, like walking, talking, making a drink, things that we do daily, okay? This is unconscious. You don't have to think about it to do it. And we have to do things that we have to think about it, which is conscious awareness. Like captain of the ship, when you have to think about doing something, it's limited, a new skill, or when you try a new sports, like we have in our life. When you have to do something that you are used to do, you do it unconsciously. You don't have to think about it. But when you want to learn something new, okay, so you have to think about it. So you have to be conscious about your learning or your acting, you're doing, okay, and to be aware of this. How does it links to leadership program? Okay, when you have new tasks, you have to be really prepared and conscious about every step you're doing. When it's something usual, you usually do, you don't have to focus on it. So let's take Yati as an example. Yati have a lot of things to do with Word Aesthetics. Maybe she have to send emails. Okay, she have to connect with the ADC and Word Athletics. If the email is usual, she sent this every day, she doesn't have to think about it a lot. But when a competition is happening, okay, and she has to prepare a lot of papers, she has to think about every paper, every task she have to fulfill, she have to think about it well. So this is the difference between unconscious, that means daily routine, and which is conscious, which is new and a new task for her. Okay? Like in coaching, when I ask my athletes to do the dynamic warm-up, okay, they know it, so they can do it unconsciously. But when I bring one of them and I want him to learn a new style in shot put, maybe they have to be very conscious on how we can perform this new technique. Okay? Okay. So the interests, the torch beam is important too, because at any one moment, we are selecting and processing information. We identify this information like a torch beam. In a dark room, focusing on what we think is important to our filters. Referring to Mercedes style, Mercedes model. The filters are important because they specify the 5 to 9 pieces that our brain process. Like now, we are having this webinar regarding the gender leadership program, right? You had many nightmares or dreams about what? About gender leadership. Why? Because it's now the project or the thing you are working on. So it is in your torch beam. Now you are focusing on this. This is why your brain is processing the information linked to gender leadership. I'm sure if you watch the TV tonight and you have something like a movie or something related to gender, you will be interested to watch it because it's in your torch beam. Now you are focusing on this topic. While if you want to buy a new car, okay, and a promotion of cars will appear on your TV, I'm sure you will fix it there and you will watch the cars because you're interested now in cars. So filters and the Mercedes models, and your brain will process the information in your torch beam because it is what you are interested in this moment. Okay, so to link it to leadership, if your team have a problem, one of your team has a problem, maybe one of your team, her son is sick and in the hospital. You can't ask this person to do many tasks as they usually do because the torch beam is in another place. It's with her son who is sick in the hospital. While another one like Yati, who is sleepy, okay, you have to find the people, okay, who are ready to fulfill the tasks. You have to know each person, their abilities and their skills that allow them to fulfill the tasks. And you have to highlight with the torch beam on what you want them to fulfill. Okay, they are ready, and you have to show them through the learning styles they prefer, okay, to tell them what to do. Okay, is it clear? The torch beam. Ladies, I want to hear from you. If anything is missing there, please let me know. Is it clear?
Okay.
Okay. So, just one word before I give the floor to Siti. Okay, so at the end, I want you to think about and consider the 5 key elements of emotional intelligence. We started talking about it yesterday when we spoke about self-awareness. To use the emotional intelligence, okay, first thing you have to know yourself. Because when you know yourself, you know what are your mistakes, what are your weaknesses, what are your strengths, okay? You can do self-regulation. If I think that I'm smart enough while I'm, stupid, that means I won't go and learn. If I think I'm a superwoman while I'm not that kind of woman, I won't ask for help from others. So if you miss and you have lack in self-awareness, you won't have self-regulation. You have to admit what you are, okay, to do the self-regulation. Just a quick example. I have a cousin. His name is Omar. He thinks that he is the smartest one on earth, okay? And he knows everything. If you speak with him about sports, he knows. About cooking, he knows. About NASA, he knows. About nuclear weapons, he knows. He knows everything. He thinks that he knows everything. And we always laugh on him because he is stupid enough to know nothing. So this is why he is maybe 38 years old now, and he didn't do anything in his life. Why? Because his self-awareness is not there. He thinks he's super guy while he's nothing. So he didn't do any self-regulation during his 38 years. So as leaders, we have to know our strengths, our power, our skills, our knowledge, okay, and our experiences to do the self-regulation. To do this, we need motivation. Okay, we have to motivate ourselves always. Don't sit in the comfort zone. It's a challenge that lets you excel yourself. To go further, okay, you have to motivate yourself. And as we spoke before, as Huma told us, you have to show empathy. As a leader, you have to show empathy to your team. Her boss, her leader, if I can say leader, she didn't show empathy for her when she was pregnant. Okay, she didn't put herself in her shoes and show empathy to her. And Joanne just mentioned the two. When you have to show people that you care about them, that means you are showing empathy with them. Okay? Social skills. You don't have to sit in the shadow. No, you have to communicate with people, to know what about them, to show them that you are interested and you have this empathy. You have to have some skills, some social skills, how to communicate, how to understand, how to listen to them, how to approach them, how to be with them in their sorrows, how to be with them in their happiness. This is the social skills. It's not only about time that we spend together, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours together. No, if they have something maybe an anniversary. It's nice to send them a message, happy anniversary, happy birthday, happy whatever, happy Eid. This is the social skills that bond people, that build relationship, that will lead for success and good performance in the team. Okay, so don't forget about the 5 key elements of emotional intelligence. That's what you have to work on during your life, wherever you're doing, wherever you are dealing with your kids, your family, your husband, everything. If you are married and you have a lot of fights with your husband, know yourself, know what's wrong in you. Okay, do your self-regulation, motivate yourself that you have to fix things with your husband, put yourself in his shoes and show empathy, and know how to communicate with them. You see, I use the 5 keys in one thing: relation with your husband. Okay, it's the same, and you can cope this one to your life, the whole life. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this, and we will just say it's insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So you have to do your self-regulation. You have to change the things to make it better in the next time you try. Okay. Okay, so the
Thank you.
preferable paradox behavior for City, we still have 30 minutes. Okay, go ahead, City. And do you have any question before we go forward?
I think Philomena want to say something. Is there?
Yes,
Are you-
Philomena.
No, I didn't. No,
Oh, okay.
I
Okay,
only
yeah.
say thank you. So,
Welcome, Philomena.
Okay.
Go ahead, City.
Okay, thank you. I think now is the time for us a bit relaxed after you've been listening to Soha with the emotional intelligence. And I can see the faces that with emotions, but very focused with emotions. That is a good vibe for us, actually. Okay, now we move on to the behavior paradox. This is the red box is our brain. It represents our brain. And these 2 animals, most probably we know these 2 naughty animals, which is Tom and Jerry. They used to be fight with each other. And this stick man, not woman because they don't have hair. This stick man is representing human and the computer. This 3 is in the box, which is to represent our brain. Okay, so the behavior paradox is it's our daily movement, daily action from our brain. The behavior paradox is the brilliant way for us to know why we get emotional and how to manage those thoughts, feelings, and behavior. It is very important that as a leader, understand their actions, behavior, words, and expressions, how this can affect the approach to the athletes and the coach. Leader is not only about we lead people to be with us, to listen to us, but it's about the management of ourselves, linked to the what Soha been said just now. Okay, it's awareness. So it will be the management ourselves, then build a quality relationship with people around you. Okay, next please. Now, we have to understanding behavior. The brain is made up of 3 teams. As I say, it's a animal, human, and computer. The first team is the human. The human, you think about what you are doing, work with facts, and make a decision using the logical thinking. Okay, I give you an example one by one. Few months back, Soha was in Brunei in May. I drove her we were going somewhere, and Soha says, Siti, if you in Lebanon, in Beirut, people will honking you, will praise the honking. It will be noise because I drive slowly, very, very slow at that time. But it was nighttime. And it was at that time I was human. Okay, I was human. So because the reason why I drive slow, because I want to talk with her. If I drive fast and furious, I couldn't manage to have a chances to talk with her, which is we when we both together, we talk everything, every topics that we can talk, anything. So at that time, I was human. And then that is example. I think you know, right? What is being a human thinking that is based on logical thinking. So then the theme 2 is the animal. The animals, as we see, is naughty animals, Tom and Jerry. They keep on fighting. Okay, I will use the example of our daily life. Okay, the animals is the independent thinking, which is your brain is not under your control. It works with feelings and impressions. You know it's wrong, but you still do it. I give an example just to relate with the human. When I drove and suddenly there is our bridge here in Brunei is the longest bridge in Asia. So unconsciously, I just go to the bridge and I bring Soha to the other district at that night. So in that bridge, I drive very fast because we want to see the scenery, not to talk. So I just go through and back. Because Soha have another meeting, after that, we have to go rushing. Okay, that is one example. That is animal thinking. At that time, it was my animal turn out from my brain. So,
Titi, just
okay.
I wanted to give them another example that we always
Okay.
go through.
Sure.
When you know someone is sitting on the chair, okay, and you move the chair, and he fall down. Did you do it during your life? Your
Yeah.
friend is sitting on the chair, and you move the chair, and he fell down. We know that this is dangerous for them.
Yes.
But even though our brain or our animal, okay, is working faster than our human. So we do it. Even that we know that it's not right and it's dangerous. So we keep doing it. Okay, go ahead, Siti.
Okay, one more example. Who's here been like when you have a phone with you and you put it on the table, but it's not locked, and then the next day or maybe after that, you check your phone, there is so many selfies with a different style, with a different smile. Who did that? No, that is not you know that is not good, but you enjoy to do it.
My kids.
Okay, so that is an animal, all right? And sometimes we didn't realize that we do that. We enjoy to doing that. Actually, that is kind of dangerous, but we still do it because of our animals control our brain, okay? And the team 3 is the computer. The computer is brain is used by the team human and the team animal to put information for reference. It's like a memory card for the human and the animals. Okay, it's an automatic thinking and acting machine. It's program setting to the if the two teams, human and animal, is sleep. So the computer is still keep all the program. It is allowed by the two teams to perform decision that it can act with. Okay, we can refer also with the communication model and the filter just now. When these two teams, human and animals, will go, the filter of human and the animals will go to the computer, and the computer will keep it. You just imagine it's not about computer that we talk. It's about our brain, but it's represented by the computer and the animals. As we say, when the animals turn out, it will be a bit difficult for us to control, but it's still we do it. And then sometimes it's happened to our moderator, our I think Miss Jenny Frampton. Sometimes she also have her animal. While we transit in London, I was from from Dubai to London and then to Monaco before I meet Soha. I meet Jenny there. Jenny coming from Birmingham. So to Heathrow, transit. It's only, I think, for how many hours? But then she do shopping. Heels, she like heels, and she shopping more. But in her luggage, she already bring with her 9 shoes, 9 heels. And how come she shopping more, bought another heels? That is when our animals turn out. And also the example of when we go for groceries, we spend our shopping, our groceries, but then when we back home, we realize that something that we take from the shop is not that we want. Actually, it's not important to us. But then why? Why I buy this? Why I buy that? But we buy. Sometimes that is happen. Or maybe not only sometimes, it's all the time. As a lady, we cannot reject that. It's the animal and the human. But sometimes it's good. The combination of these 3 teams, each team in the brand has a specific job to do. And we need all 3 at certain times during our role as a leader. Okay? Sometimes, based on my experience, as a general secretary, just to comfort our coach, our athletes, I have to be an animal. When they say, Madam, where are you now? Because they're waiting for me at the stadium. I know that is not good because I'm not punctual on my time. I say I'm on the way, but then I'm still at home. It is not good actually, but I have to. That is when my animals turn out. But it's good sometimes. That is to comfort them that I'm already on the way. Then they are waiting. They don't have any thinking that, oh, she is late. I already on the way, so they're waiting. So this is because these 3 teams, they have their specific job to do in our brand. Don't imagine it. It's like in our reality. It's in our brain. There's the man, the human, the stick man, the computer, and the animal. They are in our brain. So the human will control in the brain about the computer, what the computer doing, and what the animal doing. But sometimes animal is overreact. Like Tom and Jerry, they keep on fighting, keep on chasing with each other. Okay, as for now, okay, next, Soha. Thank you.
Okay.
You have something to add before we go?
I would like to, since we have only 10 minutes left,
Okay.
I think we have just to close this one with just telling the ladies here that the animal is faster than the human part in our brain. So it's easier for our brain to act like animal, okay, and do the wrong things. Then it's difficult no, it's easier to do the animal thing part than the human parts. So we have to know how to control this. It's easy to have this anger maybe sometimes, but it's difficult to control ourselves. It's easier to do the bad things than doing the right things. So as leaders, we are responsible of our actions toward people. And since we are here to talk about emotional intelligence, so you have to control your animal. Okay, when I say animal, it's the bad behavior maybe. Okay, so you can control yourself and others. This is why we are talking about this paradox. Okay, now we all agree that emotional intelligence is important. So let me move to the last one, okay? Here, in Zoom groups, identify how we could improve, okay? Could you improve our use of emotional intelligence as leaders? And since I don't want you to go into the Zoom groups, I want you to have 2 minutes, and I want you to share in the main session here, what do you think and how we can improve our use of emotional intelligence? How you can improve? We know that it's important, and so we have to develop our emotional intelligence. How?
First, we have to control ourselves.
Okay, how you're gonna control yourself? Through what?
To see what is in front of you, and you have to manage it and to control before you say something, before you act.
Okay, so you have to practice the pause, we say. You have to practice the pause. Make a pause. Don't react immediately after something that alerts you. Okay, maybe it's a good or a bad thing. Okay, so remain silent. Okay, you have to practice being silent. It's not easy. You always say to yourself, I don't have to react. Okay, the first time you will not succeed. The second time you will not succeed.
ये नो
maybe.
बारिश पड़
The
के हो
third
गई
time, one by one,
बेटे मैं भूल गई
experience
हूँ
by
मैंने क्या करना
experience, okay, you will teach yourself and you will learn how to remain silent and learn how to pause. Okay, this is first. Okay, what else? How we can improve our emotional intelligence?
Would like
I think
learn for the
okay.
we need to learn the manners and manners and the ethics, and then everything we need to learn first, and then after that control your mindset, and then positive way to do the action or reaction to the other people, and then patience and calm down the mindset first, and after that react to explain the other people what they want and what they want to know. We explain that slowly to understanding to explain the other people.
Right, Mia. Always bring your values with you, okay? It's easier for people to understand and to value your position and your decisions and your opinion when they feel that you are systemic in bringing your values with you, okay? So you are not a thief and asking people to be honest. So every time you take a decision, use and bring your values to be fair. Don't use bias. Okay, give every person the real task they can fulfill. Don't make them under pressure that they can't handle. Okay, this is something of values you have to use. Thank you, Mia. Okay, another opinion. How to improve? Yes, Marlia.
I think how to improve the emotional intelligence is don't forget the 5 key elements you said before: the self-awareness, self-regulation, social skills, empathy, and motivation. This include all. If we understand about this all, it can improve our emotional intelligence.
Right. So you have to work on each key by itself. So self-awareness, how I can do self-awareness? I can go back to my experiences and see what was wrong, what I did wrong to people, how did I behave in a bad way? Why did I do this? Okay. Yadi had a good experience, so she knows about herself. Self-awareness, she knows that she can be silent and she can remain calm. Okay, while maybe I did it in the other way, I was frustrated and I was angry, so I started shouting. Okay, you can see this different and the opposite conditions. So self-awareness is so important to do what? It's not about awareness, it's about regulation. Know the cons and pros and do what is best to regulate this. Excellent, Marlia. Thank you. What else? What is important?
I think
Yes, Huma.
in controversial situations you should stay calm, and mostly there you become under pressure. So you have to manage that pressure and use your skills, use your strength to make that pressure less. So you have to manage the situations and you have to manage that pressure which are disturbing you, that which you are under. So I think stay calm is the best thing.
Okay, Huma. So staying calm and know how to manage others. What do we need to know? What skills is important to manage others? Maria, Jennifer.
For me, another thing or a character as a leader, for you to develop empathy. Don't be self-centered. And I'm thinking about, understanding others' emotion. As a leader, you should understand where are they coming from, why are they doing things, why are they acting like this. You put yourself in their shoes. Why are they doing like this? And of course, you should respond with compassion. Don't get angry right away. Learn how to ask, learn how to be compassionate, because you don't know what people are experiencing, whether they have problems at home, at their personal life. Learn how to react with compassion and respond with compassion, so that you can build a strong relationship with other people.
So people are reacting like this or acting like this because of their filters. You still remember the filters? Their interests, their values, their experiences, their culture. Okay, so Maria just mentioned this, that you have to know why they are acting like this, okay, and react, okay, in a proper way. Excellent, Jennifer. Thank you for sharing this too. Okay, so reverting to Huma. Okay, Huma just said that we have to deal with people. So what skills you need to deal with people? What do you think? What is the main skills?
I think one should enhance communication and relationship between
Excellent.
the leadership and the
Excellent, Huma.
and
So
the team
work on your communication skills. Even that I
and
understand what you
relationships.
want to say. Okay, if I don't know how to communicate with you, I will not be able to let you understand what I want. So communication is so important, and this is why we're gonna have a topic regarding the communication skills, how to communicate with people. Okay, do you want anything to add? Do you have anything to add here? How to improve our emotional intelligence? When you display confidence, okay, and you remain calm, it does show that you are knowledgeable, experienced person. Self-confidence will reflect on your attitude, and people will be more convinced with your words when you show confidence. If I come to you and speak to you about emotional intelligence, why I'm afraid of presenting, you will not be convinced that the emotional intelligence is important. Okay, so the self-confidence is so important to show the emotional intelligence and to improve emotional intelligence. Learning from your experiences and build on it is so important to improve your emotional intelligence, because through your experience you do the self-awareness, and you can do later on your self-regulation. You have to learn from others' experiences too. When you see that someone was doing wrong, okay, it's insanity to do the same thing as he did. So you learn from his experience and you do the regulation, and you know then that I have in these conditions to react different way. Understand our role technically as a leaders. You have to know that you have to lead, you have to manage, you have to guide, you have to mentor. Okay, don't sit back and say, let them do whatever they want. It's their responsibility. No, it's your responsibility when you are a leader, and you will be asked about the performance at the end of the day. Yati is responsible there. If they don't achieve maybe new records, that means that Yati is not working well. Even that she can sit in her home and be in her comfort zone. No, she prefers to fulfill her role as a leader and do the task and manage other people with her in her team. Staying calm and in control, as you mentioned before, because when you can control yourself, you can control others. If I am frustrated and angry, I can't control other emotions. Listening skills, which comes into communication skills. You have to be a good listener to understand people. When you want to learn or you want to understand, you have to listen. It's not the time you are speaking. Now I have the content and I'm speaking. Who's learning now? It's you. Okay, so if I want to learn, I have to remain silent and to listen to you. Okay, so you have to know and to adapt listening. Being fair, okay, it's a kind of emotional intelligence. Being fair, okay, being fair to yourself, being fair to your team too. Okay, so to be fair with you ladies, I have to stop talking now because it's 11 already and I respect your time. So I think it's a heavy topic it was today, but I think that we can leave now. I have this confidence that you understand what is emotional intelligence. Okay, I can see that everybody's waving, so inshallah, alhamdulillah. Okay, and I hope you will use it during all the time you are communicating, you are dealing with anyone in your life. If you have any question, I'm ready to answer. If you have furthermore questions, you can send via WhatsApp. And I wish you had a good time during the 3 days that we have. And it was beneficial for you. I hope so. And I just want to say that hope to see you next week, same days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will give the floor to Miss City and Mrs. Ria, and if you have any question, I will be ready. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Soha, that is a very brilliant representation that we deliver all the elements, all the knowledge that we have to our ladies, to the participant. I'm not going to take long because it's already been late, and we know that we already take your nice weekend for 3 days, and this is the last day, and we will continue again next week. But I'm very sure all the ladies here, very passionate lady, very strong lady, and very under control with their emotional intelligence, and also with their own experience. As Yati, she's a very strong person, and she also handling men around her, that is a very challenging part. And I hope that everybody will be in good health, and we'll see you again next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The floor, I give it to Mrs. Ria.
Okay, thank you so much, dear participants. And this is from our ADC point of view, this is a very, very good group Is that correct? It's very good group, very active. and-
100%.
Yes,
100%.
Yes, this is very good group and very active, and we do hope that next week all the people or who already come here, or maybe we have some who never attend, will come for next week and then make a more very active interaction. Okay, so next week I will share the Zoom link on the group. That may be the same one, but maybe different. So we will share it on the group. Okay, thank you so much and have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. See you next week.
Excuse me.
Miss
Yeah.
May, if you don't mind, we'll
I
take
want
the
I want to
photo,
ask.
Thank
I
you.
want
Okay.
to ask.
group photo.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes, yes,
We will
yes, Miss
ask
Uma,
everyone
please.
to turn on their camera too. Let
Soha,
me fix my
I
hair.
want
Yes.
to ask something.
Yes.
Will you share
Nanti
the
bisa foto ya?
slides with us in WhatsApp group?
No, I can't. I'm sorry. It's not mine. This is why I can't share it.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay, okay.
It's
No
from World
problem.
Athletics, and this is the rules there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so please on your video mode, so we will take a group photo. Mas Adi, bisa group photo?
Yeah.
Zan?
Wait. Soha, maybe you close your presentation. Soha?
Okay. Yes. Stop sharing.
Belum. Bisa foto ya Mas Adi? Mas Adi bisa foto?
It stopped?
No, it's not stop. It's still
Then
on the screen.
I stopped sharing.
Kita finish dulu ya.
Kenapa?
Finish.
You take your photo already?
Already.
Oh, okay. So our IT already took the photo.
Okay.
Okay then. So see you next week. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Have
Bye.
a nice day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you next week.
Bye. See you next
Bye,
week.
you too.
Bye-bye, Guria Cantik.
Thank you, Miss Soha.
Thank you, Ibu Mena.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks to you
Bye.
for being here.
Soha, beautiful
Yes.
Soha.
Bye-bye,
Have a nice-
Philomena.
Bye-bye.
See you in person.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Miss Ria. Thank you, Miss
Bye-bye.
Soha.
Bye-bye, Nahed. Miss you, by the way, Nahed. The kind,
Yes, thank
the
you.
kind heart.
Siti,
Yes.
bye-bye.
Bye, Mana. Take care.
You too.
Thank you,
Okay.
City.
Now your face is more
Nahid,
glowing.
yeah, I remember you, Nahid. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Miss
Yeah,
Ina
the kind
also.
Nahed.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you, Miss Ria. Thank you, Miss Ria.
Welcome, Nahid.
Welcome. Yes, thank you so much.
I
See
still
you
remember her
next
voice.
week.
Really, I still remember her voice. She's kind, she has a kind voice.
Yeah.
Okay, so hope to see you next week.
Yes. Inshallah.
We will have our private conversation.